Sherry,
Yeah,
we're
man.
driving on the road. We're driving on Anderson Drive and see.
Jamaica has received a historic aid package that should go a long way.
So I'm one of those people, I'm going to give credit to the government where credit is due. So in the last press conference in Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said some things that I have been dying to hear get addressed. And one of them has to do with building codes. And he was saying that even though there was so much destruction brought on by Hurricane Melissa, when we look at all of the video footage, we can clearly see that some buildings were able to survive the storm, and that these people clearly built their properties to a certain standard that allowed for them to not be demolished because of Hurricane Melissa. So going forward, Jamaica is going to be ensuring that everybody is following these building codes. Even if it's your personal house, you will have to follow some building codes, and I will share what those codes are with you. The only irony of this situation is some of the buildings that were destroyed include almost every single hospital on the western side and a lot of the schools and our roads and all of that. But anyways, spilt milk. Going forward, I am happy that we are now going to really be taking it serious, that we need to build better. It's not just about building back, but actually building better. Because when you think about it, majority of the money that we have raised for the rebuild and for the overcoming of Melissa is loan money. So this is money that will have to be paid back. And if you borrow the money, the least you can do is actually utilize it in such a way that we don't find ourselves in this situation again, especially before the loan is paid off. And then the next thing that I really like is about the reforestation. We lost over 51% of our forest, so there are plans in place to go ahead and start replanting a lot of our trees and our foliage, but also doing it in such a way that it's going to be more protective for us. For example, investing in our mangroves, because the mangroves are a natural protectant to storm surge. So we need to ensure that the coastal areas have sufficient mangrove coverage. So I really, really like that. The next point I really love is to ensure that every house, every establishment, every neighborhood is mapped so that it has an actual geotagged location with coordinates, so that in the next disaster we're able to find all of these communities, because it has been a real struggle locating some of the communities, especially the ones that end up being marooned off. So it will be great to have that system in place. A lot of you know that GPS don't even work in Jamaica sometimes because you just can't find these places. So it would be good to have that going forward. So if you haven't seen the press brief, it is actually on the Prime Minister's Instagram page, so you can go and check it out. But I just wanted to highlight these two areas, and I think all of us need to make sure we're aware of this. And they're actually taking volunteers to help with the replanting. So if that's something you want to do, I would love to do it. So if that's something you want to do, I think that is a great idea. And when you're rebuilding, follow the codes, and I will share the codes with you next.
Did you know that if Mark Golden was Prime Minister, he would still face a lot of pressure from the opposition, and he would still be criticized by people? It doesn't change anything. It's politics. But here's a question I have for you. For the people who are saying that Mark Golden would have done a better job at handling Hurricane Melissa recovery, why do you say that? And why do you think Andrew Holness is not the man for it?
I know the group that is behind this are very skilled contractors and that they do excellent work. This tower would have risen up in under a year. If you can do this, you can build thousands of low-income houses as well. And therefore, I use this platform to challenge you and to say the government of Jamaica is willing to partner with you if you were to put some of your construction skills into providing low-income housing, which is absolutely necessary at this time, given the destruction wrought by Hurricane Melissa. So come and talk to me after. That as we enter into the reconstruction phase, I need contractors who can operate at scale and at pace.
I have a serious question. For those of us who have left Jamaica and migrated to another country, in all honesty, like, comment your honest opinion, guys. Was it worth it? or not? Help others out who are even thinking about migrating to another country. Like, drop a comment. Was it worth it or not? Would you recommend? That's the question.
What's going on with Jamaica? Okay, I haven't did a Jamaica update in a while, only because dates were changing, things were going back and forth. But let's talk about it. I'm the travel review. To make sure you save this video if you are going to Jamaica, planning on going to Jamaica, was supposed to go to Jamaica, or know somebody who is. Okay, share it, repost it, do all this stuff. We need to get the word out. Jamaica is open for business. All right. So most of the resorts are back up and running. A few resorts that sustained more damage will open next month. You can go to Visit Jamaica website and it'll give you a list of everything that is open or when it is expected to open. Okay, but for the most part, Jamaica is up and running. I've seen tons of videos, pictures. I even know somebody who was there just a couple of days ago who had a fabulous time. So if you plan on going, if you had a trip scheduled, go. Now I will say this, still check. You still need to call and check to make sure that your resort is open, to make sure that your flight is still going, because the flights are still kind of, but for the most part, everything else is a go for Jamaica. They want you there, okay? They need you there. Jamaica thrives on tourism. So they need money for the community to get the community back to where it needs to be. So go spend your money there. Jamaica is beautiful. I have been so many times. I need to probably get a second citizenship there, but Jamaica is beautiful, okay? It's not the same because remember they got hit with a Category 5 hurricane, so some areas will not be the same, but for the most part, if you stay at your resort, some of the more popular excursions are back open, like the Blue Hole, the Blue Lagoon, Dunn's Riverfall. Some of the catamaran services are open. I'm not sure about Martha's Bray, but if you go to Visit Jamaica, it will also tell you the excursions that are back up and running. But make sure you get some insurance. That's what I'm just saying. Get you some insurance. If you don't have insurance, if you already have a trip booked and you don't have insurance, go and find some travel insurance. You can still insure your trip, okay? It might not be as much, but you still can insure your trip. But yeah, go to Jamaica. They are waiting on us to get there. Okay, I'm going next year, God willing. Yeah, I'm going back again because I'm telling you, I love me some Jamaica. And support the locals. When you get there, if you can go out, go support the locals, you know. If the shop is open, a restaurant is open, support the locals, okay, because they need the support. All right, make sure you share this video out. Continue to follow me for more tips, tricks, news, information, all things travel, and go book that winter trip. This is the best time to travel during winter.
Jamaica, on a same video, we're on a flat bridge. The trailer they on the flat bridge, you do much about 50,000 cement on the back, you know. They on the bridge. And a bus they on the bridge too. So it look like it two of them go on the bridge. Basically, two of them then I make the bridge. Now you know them are going to argue and say me dey on the bridge first. The bus man argue and say me dey on the bridge first. The trailer man argue and say in the on the bridge first. But bus man, you say you're going to get charged. You don't have not name sense. Police them for hold you and cut your two backs to make you have understanding. Now tell me say you drive for much years per earth. Or when you buy a license, you're supposed to learn certain things after a period of time. You no for no just do some stupid things. They just show us when you buy a license when you never read the book. It just show. Because when you read the book, them show you things like that. Who have a right away? Going up a hill, who have a right away? In a situation like that, who have a right away? What you think happen? Why you think when going up a hill, the vehicle will come down? Why you think? And them have a right away. Because coming down, they're more easier to get out of control than the vehicle will go up. If you understand what I mean. You understand? So the vehicle that is coming down have a right away. Now you learn, let's say you have two different units now. You have a truck and you have a car. The heavier unit will come down, have a right away. Now look on a situation like that now. You see the busman that you are real trouble. Tell me if it's no more easier for you, busman, for reverse than a trailer for reverse. Think about the logics, my friend. You know much judgment, how much thinking, how much calculation go into that trailer go around there, so. You know, if that trailer, the one wheel go over, The whole trailer go over and people can lose them life. Tell me now, say it not easier. And that taxi man there where they behind the trailer, man. The police must grab all you and cut you 2 years, as you know. You don't have no sense, you know. You don't have not name sense. Police must grab on upon the license and charge, you know. Charge, you know, man. Because obviously you don't know the law and you don't know the law of the road. And you just show people say buy on a license. No for no dry feet. No for never go in the exam room. No for never read the book. So no for come on the road and create problem when you don't know the code. And even if you not read the book. But I mean, there are certain things, my friend. I hear you drive on the road and know certain things. I know say bigger unit always have a right away. You can't argue and talk about say are you first step on the bridge. Bus man, you know in a sense bridging is a trailer that look how much load up on the back. It's easy for you to fly around the bridge, race the trailer have to take its little time. And that is why you come around the bridge fast and try beat the trailer. You say, oh no. You say, oh no, bus man, police in charge, you know, all the taxi man when they behind him. When they not name sense, man. Honestly, you know, sick me.
When Mr. Crawford asks a question, you better have the answer no, not tomorrow and not next year. Mr. Crawford asks if there's an approximate interest rate that the government expects to borrow at. Seems pretty straightforward.
Average rate, member, and if you look at our debt profile publication, you will see that it is in the single digit range.
Yes, so 3%, 7%, 8%.
Low of 3.3% to 8.5%, depending on the instrument and the market in which we borrow and the currency.
He then wanted to know what the impact of our debt to GDP ratio is going to be given we accept this loan. Fair Finance said that they won't take the entirety of the loans offered on their books at once. They'll draw from it over the next 1 to 3 years, and they'll use it to fund projects that will then help to raise our GDP. Just so you know, I'm build a smart city and wrap up the meeting. The current estimate for debt to GDP ratio by the end of the year is supposed to be 68.3%. Based on their current estimations, we should have that down to 60% by the year 2030. However, Mr. Crawford wanted to know if they have assessed the fiscal surplus needed to achieve that.
Estimate on the level of surplus that we'll have to sustain to achieve that?
Or preliminary estimate to achieve a 60% debt to GDP would be by the end of fiscal year 2029-2030.
Do you have an estimate of what the surplus levels would have to be?
So, member, as you can imagine, as we move forward, we will have greater clarity in terms of the growth from the various sectors that have been decimated by the hurricane. We'll have greater.
Jamaica has received a historic aid package that should go a long way in rebuilding after Hurricane Melissa. I'm Kalila from Money Media, giving you money news for the Caribbean. So 5 international financial institutions have put together a $6.7 billion aid package for Jamaica to help the country rebuild after Hurricane Melissa. That's well over 1 trillion Jamaican dollars. It would cover about 75% of the World Bank's damage estimate. It's a major win for the country in securing the funds needed to rebuild, and it's also a massive international show of confidence in the country's recovery. The package pulls together support from the Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean, CAF, the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank. It includes sovereign financing, which is access to loans, bonds, etc., grants and private investment that will be dispersed over 3 years. CAF is offering up to $1 billion for priority projects chosen by the government. $200 million from the CDB will focus on building climate-resilient infrastructure and support for small businesses. The IDB group is lining up as much as $1 billion in sovereign loans. Meanwhile, the IMF could provide up to $415 million through its rapid financing instrument, and the World Bank group is matching CAF and the IDB with up to $1 billion, combining budget support, guarantees, and investment projects in key sectors. All of this is on top of the 662 million US that Jamaica has already secured from its own disaster risk financing tools. That includes payouts from the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, the Catastrophe Bond, an IDB contingent credit line, and the World Bank's Catastrophe Deferred Drawdown option. Then there's another 12 million US dollars in grants that the agencies have mobilized so far, along with promises of technical support to help design projects and strengthen institutions. So all in all, money are on. It should genuinely help Jamaica recover from this devastating storm. But it also brings up another issue that was already simmering: transparency. There've been growing calls for the government to clearly show how relief funds are being spent and where the money is going. The Auditor General has launched a real-time audit to track how funds and supplies are received and used, but the opposition is insisting that the system be fully transparent and has warned against vague assurances. On the bright side, with these big international agencies now involved, there's an added layer of accountability. They require paperwork for everything. 6.7 billion US dollars is a lot of money for any one country, even spread over 3 years. So you can bet they'll be watching every cent. All eyes will be on the government and the recovery efforts. And that's the bottom line. So how do you feel about this news? Let me know in the comments. Click subscribe for money news like this straight to your inbox. Let's get this money.
Like every time I post my main content, people are so shocked why I moved to Maine, and I would be shocked myself, but I feel like you guys don't know my backstory, so let me tell you, and then you guys could judge for yourself. But okay, so my sister, my family, and I used to live in New York, right? We used to live in Long Island, in Queens. I loved New York. The culture unmatched, opportunities unmatched. But one thing that I had an issue with was affordability. It was very hard to find somewhere decent to live. If you don't have a lot of money, it's very hard to find somewhere decent to live and somewhere where you're comfortable. And that I don't love to feel uncomfortable in any space that I'm in. Because let's be honest, when I was living in Jamaica, I never uncomfortable. My parents they have them house, and whenever I catch anybody yard, me never uncomfortable. So I don't want to come up here uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So that was one thing that I hated. I felt like we were uncomfortable, and rent was really still expensive. Like we were paying $5, $6, $7, $8,000 in rent. So it's a lot of money living in New York, right? And majority of these places that are charging you $6K for rent didn't even have a washer and dryer. You have to go to a laundromat to wash your clothes. It wasn't going to work for me. So my family and I decided to move to Maine. And yes, it was a huge jump leaving New York and moving to Maine. Definitely opportunities is not a pro here, but affordability was better. My family and I were able to buy a 3-story home, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, very large land space. The land space is crazy, and we're in a very good neighborhood. And that's something that I loved. We are literally 5 minutes away from the beach. Yeah, it's just really, it's really good. It's Maine is just pretty quiet. Really not much happens here. There's not really a lot of nightlife here, but it's fine. But I would definitely say the downside is the fact that I'm not able to enhance my career even further here. But the good thing is that my job is fully remote, and even though we're based in New York, I'm fully remote, so I don't have to worry about like commute or anything like that. And I get paid pretty well, to be honest, so it's not like a huge issue. And the biggest city closest to me is Boston, so my sister and I go to Boston all the time to shop and just have fun if you want to have fun. But that's the downside. And also winters are brutal here, but again, it's durable. So I think that's the reason why my sister and my family and I decided to move to Maine. It's just affordability wise. If we were supposed to purchase the same house that we currently have here in Maine, in New York, it would probably cost anywhere between $800,000 to about $1.5 million. That's how much it will cost for the same house. So again, it was just ensuring that we were comfortable and we were in a good space. And another thing, what I would tell people here that wants to or is thinking about moving to Maine, especially my Jamaican Caribbean people, listen, Maine is definitely for people who want to retire, want to settle down, start their family, already accomplished. If you are none of those things, I would not recommend living in Maine. I will definitely say go out in a big city, grow your career, do everything that you want to do, and once you're done with that life, then come to Maine, retire, go to the beach every day, and just chill and just be happy. But for my young people, no, I would not recommend living in Maine. But yeah, that's my backstory. If you guys want more about Maine, or if you guys want me to post more Maine content so you guys can see Maine through my eyes, let me know. But yeah, that's the reason why we decided to move to Maine.
And I will say this. The police force has become far more effective in doing its job. And they do try, as far as they can, to protect lives, including the lives of criminals. I hear a great deal of talk about the increase in the number of police killings. And I too have my own concerns about this, because I don't want it to ever be said that, our police force is the most lethal. That's not the kind of police force that we are trying to create. But I believe that on the other side of the ledger, on the other side of the argument, we must also be concerned about the propensity of criminals to challenge the police. I don't hear anyone saying, why are these criminals shooting at the police? Why, when they are stopped, why, when they are interdicted, they decide to challenge the police? If criminals challenge the state, they must not win. Our police officers must go home to their families. This is also a message to the criminals. Save your life, don't challenge the police.
Alright, the video with what me do with the guy where abduct people in Pitney and he was held by the counselor. See? Me see a whole heap of comments, me get some inboxes as well. Zina said the guy in a righted. A girl go as far as to say, him live in front of me. He's partially mad. No, let's say he's a madman. Then the school, that's where you come in with accountability. How the hell who no allow a madman for walk in high school and take up the child? Pick up the child. And I am hearing that school is very expensive. So when the people must spend them money for protection for their children, why is this not being done? The security guard there at the school. And if him come and say, yo, I'm the father of this child. Uno tell me say, Uno, the strict school, no know the father, the parents, the mother and the father of the child. And even if a random man come in and say, yo, I am the father of this child, I'm taking this child home. And so one does give the picnic to whoever come and say, are them are the father? The school there. The school there. I think some deep investigation should be run because there's something more to this story. Because me fear to believe that this guy just walk in, get the child, and left with the child. Honestly, somebody's not saying something that need to be said. Yeah, man.
Sure, we're driving on the road. We're driving on Anderson Drive and see and tell me say one little girl missing from the school Ali used to go to. And me say, it kind of just changed the mood in the car. And then we reach on Anderson Drive and we see a little traffic. And we say, and it look like a police, When we look, we see police and see and ask him and say, is the little girl you're looking for? The police say yes, and we continue driving. When we reach now out of the bridge of Mason, go under the bridge now to turn from Bustamante Highway, we see one little girl in one blue uniform with one man. And we see like the man stop a vehicle. See and say, you know, say, at the uniform that Mr. See and send me the picture of the little girl. In time I say it in our community group, Longville Park group. When him send me zoom in, I say, babes, turn back my pussy. If I she and him just spin round up the road, and when we drive back we couldn't see because him a walk fast. We look, we see him a go up like we heading to the stoplight. So when we drive up to him now, because the hairstyle different from the picture, so let's say and we zoom in the picture, so I just want to see the face. So when you drive up close to him now, I wind down the window and I look, I say, Jesus, see another little girl, you know. Him say she, him say alright, and so when the man reached to the window, he said, oh, he saw. So me I try to wind up window because I don't know if he have a weapon. So I want the window even halfway. And he said, oh, he saw. Who the little girl there to you? And him not answer him, hold her hand tight and walk faster. I said, Jesus, man. I take him and I take with the picnic for true. So he and have a drive up past him, stop almost in the road, and say, oh, he saw. And he turn the next way and say, and drive out her vehicle. I have to say, a little sit down. And me I run out, because me I said, Jesus, me no want him. Do my husband nothing today. And he run on pan him and grab him and say, who this little girl to you and something like that. The little girl said, he's taking me away, Mr. Shireen. I can't allow me to him. And the little girl said, so I said, come baby, run, come. And you know, let her go. I said, see, and grab her hand from him, saying, but choose influence or upset at the situation and he have him. I said, see, and grab it, pick me hand. And he grab her from him and I said, come baby, come. And she run come to me and I put her in the car. I put her right in the car seat. And she and in there, she cried. I say, I have to just start praying. Just start praying for the little girl, her parents, her family. Oh Jesus. She said he let me walk in the bush so that I am not seen. Just like that, she said it. She's so intelligent. She said he took my tie and he took my watch and he hide them. Oh Jesus, Shireen. I tell him I need them a buckle. I need them a buckle. I have to send up some praise to God to them man right on the spot. All the police then come on and I said, boy, God is to be praised. Me I tell her, I know. Somebody called the parent. Some men stopped as well because they saw Sian hold the person one way. And them stop and come on and I said, call the police because of him have the little girl and them everybody all who were there were trying to call the police because the police were just up the road as me tell you. Just keep her in the car. Man, I wait, to see our parents come and tell them, I would have only feel better if I could have put her in her mother's hand, honestly, but eventually the police said, to bring her come, them I got make sure get medical attention. Now we leave.
I want to give the country the Christmas commitments. The additional 300 line workers, along with their specialized equipment, have been mobilized. The barges with specialized equipment are expected to arrive prior to Christmas. The latest information I have, Minister Dixon, is that linesmen will start arriving here as early as this weekend ahead of the equipment, which we hope will dock sometime late next week into next weekend, latest early in the week of Christmas, and start working immediately. These line workers will be allocated to parishes with catastrophic damage, such as Westmoreland, to accelerate redesign and rebuild efforts. We have already provided power to Savlamar Hospital, the town of Savlamar, Nigwil, and surrounding communities as we continue to expand our rebuild efforts in Westmoreland. We are making arrangements for special accommodations and staging areas for equipment and material in parishes such as Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth to optimize logistics and efficiencies for the rebuild restoration efforts. Let me pause to tell you the level of planning that we are doing. We know that accommodations are short. St. Elizabeth, and Westmoreland. We know they're not as short. Hanover, St. James, Trelawney, St. Anne. We are looking to get some kind of vessel, whether it's a cruise ship, hotel, whatever you call it, to dock between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. So those linesmen that are dedicated at that parish will be staying on board and coming off every morning, going to work and coming back every evening. And they will be fed on the road for lunch while they are working, because we realize with Westmoreland at 88%, the travel commute to leave out of the parish and go anywhere else is not going to be as efficient. That's the level of detail. For the other side, we're fine. There's enough rooms and hotel rooms and Airbnb and whatever else. But we know that there's a problem. And we know that there's going to be a lot of the linesmen that are going to be targeted those two specific parishes. So that's why you're going to get the response that you're going to get between Christmas and New Year in those parishes.
Busta Rhyme, yes, you hear me, you heard me right. Busta Rhyme was in Jamaica with Mona Scott Young in Montego Bay, and he was helping the people down there after Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. Yes, my child. You see, I make up something there. Let me fix it. What under me eye? So anyway, people, sorry, me get distracted fast. There's something under me eye. You see under me eye look white. Anyway, yes, Busta Rhyme there, Jamaica, and him there in a Montego Bay. Busta, Busta. Yeah, and him and Mona Scott down there. I help the people them, and him today in a Montego Bay. I help them out. Yes, my child, Busta Rhyme there in Jamaica. The 14 parishes in Jamaica. Yes. Anyway, I'm down there, help out the people them in the in a Montego Bay. And they look up the source, see the picture there with Busta Rhyme, because sometimes some people come and say, oh, you know so much, oh, you have so much information. Child, become a read, some know my information, I'm gonna get my facts. I mean, know people down there, I'm gonna take my phone, I'm gonna call them, I'm gonna ask them, I'm gonna tell me, say, yes, Busta Rhyme did that Jamaica. Anyway, let me get back to it. Busta Rhyme. We thank you, yeah. We thank you for all that you do for the Jamaican name after Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. So fast, me talk. Me try to talk fast for you because I want something to say. Because anyway, let's go back to it. Busta Rhyme, we the Jamaican name near and far and near and in between. Want to tell you and Mona Scott Young, Busta Rhyme, we the Jamaican people them near and far and near and far and near. Want to tell you, big up yourself, Busta Rhyme. A big thank you for all that you do for all of we who is Jamaican. Yeah.
Andrew Holness. Everybody else is doing something for Jamaica except for Andrew Holness. I can't say the government because I'm him there in charge. The Council General from Bahamas have to come in and go Falmouth and pull water from the sea, lay a pipe to give community fresh drinking water. Where's Andrew? The Christians, the white people, them, the dancehall artists, them, the promoters, them, the party keepers, Guyana, and citizens of Jamaica from all over the world. All people who don't come from Jamaica, send their help. I have yet to see Andrew out there with his people. I've seen more people that are not from Jamaica out there with us than him. Only time I see this man is when him have a microphone in front of him.
So when the girl them say man 8 way, I never disagree with you no one time yet. Because of my job description. I got my CDL at 21, so I truck my start drive. Be a big man. Old white men, old black men, everybody up in them age with wife and kids. Bro, me never talk to a truck driver in a truck lounge yet. And them say them happy to go home to them wife. One man look for me one time and say I got 2 families. I got one in North Carolina, one in Virginia. When my wife pissed me off, I go to Virginia for the weekend and tell her I'm on the road. One man look for me and tell me, say, yo, it's my wife and daughter. It used to be me versus my wife. My daughter got older and now it's me versus my wife and my daughter. No man, no like go home to their wife. The man them eat their wife like a poison, bro. The man them rather sleeping on them truck or road dog than go home to their woman. Believe me when me tell you.
Comrade, me want to understand say me not change course, you know. Me not change course, comrade. So no matter what happen, my comrades, I am still a PMP. I am still strong in PMP. Nothing cannot shake me. So me no want no comrade ever feel like say, oh, no, the fire still a burning, you know. Me not ease up the fire, you know. So me no want no comrade feel like say, oh, the fire still about. I'm the voice of a new revolution. Me say it, I'm not take it back. So, remember good, me still about the fire. I'm not stop burning it on my side. Yeah, man. Cause unjust system, we have to fight against it. Cause it's always we against the system. You understand? Are we against the system, you know? So at the end of the day, somebody have to do around here. And only Rasta can free the people. Remember good enough. Only Rasta can free the people. So, me want to know hear what we are saying, you know. Cause me see the Rasta them a Jamaica call up, you know. Me not see the real Rasta them way. Some man me see them a real Rasta, we not see them, you know. A man like me we out here, so we still shave off like a part of my ear, but in my heart a Rasta. In my heart a Rasta. Cause you don't have a dread to be Rasta, but we, the voice of a new revolution. Yeah, man, we out here, we are doing. We are talking for the people that can't use them voice. So you see, for the people that are afraid to express themselves to the government system because there is dictatorship going on down there. Me, I tell them, say, yo, we have a voice, we're using it for now. So, who want 88 and who want 99 and who want 1010? But you see, who I love, just go and love, you know. And who I'll do the right thing, go and do the right thing. Because all me I tell them, say, only Rasta can free the people. And we there and we beat them like a slave. You understand? We not stop, you know. Me not take my foot out of them neck. So you see when bro have jackfruit nose, I keep up fuckery. I'ma come over here, and me adjust it. Me no want no man, no girl, come feel like say, yo, are the people that me a rep for. Because you see when PMP come in a power, even though I am a socialist, PMP go get flames too, you know. Cause why? Why should I be a hypocrite? Me not be like I am not being like the labor right them. Watch Andrew Wallace doing fuckery and just being silent. I will not be one of those comrades. Trust me. You know why me not be one of them comrades there? As much as me a PMP, I'm over here, I blaze the fire. And me over here, I burn the fire. Me not see no PMP MP will reach out. Me not see not one of the PMP MP them will reach out. Not even like one of me post them. So it sure say, when we there road and a fight and a this and that over politician and which party, these MP don't really care about us. Them no care. Cause me no see one MP me have to give respect to, Paul Buchanan. Me have to put my respect to Paul Buchanan. Cause him come on Mama San page and him come show love. But for all the rest of the MP them, we out here we are putting in the work. Uno na support we. The support that we are giving uno na give it back, you know. But here we go. We still do it from our hearts. We still do it because we love our party. We still do this because we love we come with them. We love our country. We love our culture. So therefore, whether PMP side or JLP side, me not see no JLP go run pan none of the labor right page them. Just like when me not see the PMP MP them come run pan no PMP page. So me say this to say that only we, the people them outside, we say we are PMP and labor right, take this thing to a whole next level. Me can't tell you this, me a socialist, but me not eat no labor right. No. Me not eat no farmer labor right. No. Me not eat in my heart for nobody, man. Me just not like the ways where some people do things. Just like how some people may not like the way how me do things. And two things can be true. So when me want to tell the people them say, you see, if you are dieted labor right, listen, TT is a money app. Don't come over here with no real life thing and come bring it on TikTok. Yeah? The only thing me can do on TikTok in a real life is express myself to make the people them know the truth and right. Lead the people in the right direction where they need to go. You understand? In terms we need to unite. Whether we are Labour right or PMP, we need to put we hand together and unite. And Jonas now do nothing for the country. No PMP, no GLP, not help. So what we need to do? Get him out of power and put somebody where help. Both party, both people. You understand? Remember good, you know, when PMP not power, you know. Labour right make money in our country, you know. Whole heap of Labour right make money. When Labour right in a power, PMP no make no money. No money PMP people them not make. So see difference? Wanna see difference? Labour right. I want Jamaica despite everything, you know. I want Jamaica, you know. The whole of we are one little island, you know. If you visit over your yard or anything, and your neighbor where are going to PMP, I will come help you, you know. And you know why the PMP will come, but the Labour right want to say no. A Labour right make him stay over there and analyze. That's how cruel Labour right think. Just like anti-wholeness. So when we out here and we attack truths and right, we don't want nobody come feel like say, yo, we have the bias. No. Me see one name, official Trev, one big shit in a plate, batty boy, where one fuck Chief Curry, he might try bring down Chief Curry to him, can't fuck Chief Curry. And me don't know, you know, Chief Curry no depend when depend. So he might try draw allegation Yeah, when you notice that the labor right them a try separate my room town. Everywhere the labor right them go with separation, animosity. Be a fucker the labor right them go on with. But anyway, me not there for to stay long. I mean, like, share, follow me.
Before coming to Cayman, I was aware that cost of living here is a bit high, but I just made a purchase and it's really dawning on me how expensive things are here. I'm basically renting a car until I am able to purchase one, right? It's a pretty old fit and there are no adapters for my phone charger, so I need a car adapter, right? Right. Need. It's not a want. I need, because I've had cases where I'm on the road and my phone is dying and I don't know the place, so I need to use my GPS on my phone to get around, right? So it's a need. I got 2 recommendations to come to this place to buy the adapter, right? Firstly, I checked on Amazon. Now, it's around like $10 to $15 on Amazon. However, shipping into Cayman is not as cheap and convenient as it is in Jamaica. It's overnight shipping. Could I quick order that? Within 3 days, my shipping company has it ready for me to pick up. $700. $700 is what, like $5? I buy the most expensive one, which I was looking at, which is $16 plus $5, less than $20, right? I came into this store and I asked for a car adapter. He has multiple options, but this was the best option that was the most cost effective. And this was $43 US. 43. $43 US. $43. Yeah. $43. Okay. Yeah. 43 United States dollars. Okay.
We're asking kindly if you can share some of your resources with the District of Kilmarnock. Many mothers with babies, we need wipes, we need pampers, we need baby food. There's no electricity, we need generators. We want a roofing company to come up here and put roofs on the people's houses so that they can start back. They have lost everything that they needed to feed themselves. They've lost their cows, their chickens. I mean, that's how they... What have you lost? What tell the people?
Many things. Yeah, me lose my house, you know. It's flat, you know. My house flat down. Me lose my house.
Goat,
yeah.
cow, chicken, everything. If I even some canvas to spread over the house, that we can secure what dry. But we don't have no other option to do nothing. So we need some help, some little help, please. Thanks.
So what I'm saying is, we can still cook a pot though.
Yeah.
So you can send some food.
Yeah.
And we're resourceful up here.
Yes, and we appreciate anything that's done.
Yeah.
But it's a go on down, master.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah man, little longer. Lord, I'm hungry. Yeah, baby. Yes, the people have lost everything, but they still have hope, and we can still cook up on the food.
Dr. Tufton, I'm seeing some of the comments online, and there are some viewers who have expressed that when the opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Dawes, had raised certain concerns prior to Melissa, he was not taken seriously. What would you have to say as it pertains to that?
Well, I'm not sure who would have, on what basis anybody could have concluded that. Nobody really said anything to discourage any sort of advisory that was put out. every flooding incident that we have in history, and the last being the previous storm, there is a spike in leptospirosis. It's almost predictable. So it doesn't take a genius to say we have that risk. I could have said it, and I did say it actually, that we would have mosquito-borne, vector-borne, and also other forms of risk associated with the storm. So what we're seeing is a realization of that, and we all should take it seriously. And that's no point did anybody discount what others said, whether it's the opposition or anybody else. The question for me and for all of us now, and the challenge is how we manage it. And part of this is part of the management. So I don't get bogged down in what people say. I think the importance is what we do about it, and that's what we're trying to do through the advisories and the collaboration that is taking place.
What's up, beautiful and amazing souls, guys. In today's video we have a couple of things to talk about, and there are so many actually. Number one, being that Jamaica is receiving more billions of dollars for the hurricane relief, and it's amazing, very amazing, extremely amazing, because if you follow up on the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, so many Jamaicans are still asking for help, diapers, clothes, housing. And I will say housing is the most important one here, because can you imagine not being able to have a home or a place to call a home? Devastating, traumatizing, and of course it's not good. So with major organizations coming up and putting all this money together for the people of Jamaica, it's amazing. About $1 trillion Jamaican dollars that will be donated or will be given to the government of Jamaica, because of course the government is the representative of the people, and hence all this money goes through the government. So I really hope that many people will really get help, and that is because so far there has been so many support systems that have been offered to Jamaicans, except that people are still complaining about seeing the government supporting Jamaicans themselves. And when the prime minister came out recently and said that they haven't even touched a dime of the funds that had been allocated for hurricane relief, people got mad, because until now we have so many Jamaicans who don't have a place to call home. And remember, these shelter homes that that has been hosting Jamaicans, they will soon be closing down, and that is because schools will be resuming. But again, remember, these schools are still hosting the same pupils, the same students that need to be studying in the same school. So by them being given a notice to vacate by 31st of December 2025, I mean that's just like 3 weeks to come. It's really not well, not good at all. I mean, these people should have been the first one to get the support from the government and from any organization, be it non-organization, NGO, be it a private organization. It will be awesome, honestly speaking. So I can't really wait to see what will happen after the government receives the $1 trillion Jamaican dollars for hurricane relief. This is one of the worst hurricane since time immemorial, because it has really taken all Jamaicans to ground zero. If you are at level 50, you are gone to zero. If you are level 100, gone to zero. So many years of hard work reduced to nothing, which is not good, of course, because it's stressing, because you're trying to think like how will I really come up again and build all this that I had built when I had the energy. Now that I don't have the energy, all is gone. For those who still have the energy, they still have the financial muscle, the better. But now majority of Jamaicans, they just live at a very, very low cost. They cannot really afford. Their GDP per capita is really low, around $1 there. So to another story of the man that tried to kidnap this young baby girl from school. Clip has come out here in the media spaces, and you know what? The people that rescued the girl have come out and they have spoken, and it's a mixed reaction. First, you feel so furious about this man that was trying to kidnap the girl, and then again, you feel happy that at least these particular adults use their instincts, and they didn't really feel right about seeing a young girl and a man walking on the road. And it's just a mixed reaction. But to these people that kidnap other people's children, what's wrong with them, and how do they even benefit from that? I guess there is no benefit, except to just cause trauma, to cause a lot of stress to the family. And my good people, I really hope that, these kidnapping cases will end soon, because it's not something good. It doesn't bring any good to anybody. Even those who do such kind of jobs, I am 100% sure they don't have peace within themselves, and because they know that they're not doing the right thing. So the government of Jamaica, the leaders, they have always been in the parliament discussing about Jamaica in general, and I'm glad there has been progress day by day. And of course, in politics, there is the government, there is the opposition, and some back and forth. And of course, there is the people's opinion that we also have here. I don't know what you think about it, but kindly comment down below. So thank you so much if you watched the video up to this point. I appreciate your presence. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.